You didn't write your book just to sell copies. I mean, there are people who do that, but that's not what my ideal clients want. They want a book that grows their business. But without the right business model to support that book, even the best books stall. So in this episode, I'm going to be sharing with you 5 business models that can scale using your book as part of the engine. Now, some of these might sound familiar from Monday because they can be both a business model and a revenue stream. Imagine that. But we're going to be talking about it from the point of view of a business model. Hi, my name is Carma Spence, and I help big thinkers, visionary leaders, and executive coaches write, publish, and market client attracting books so that they can grow their business. Now, if you are watching this video on YouTube, please like my video, subscribe to my channel, and ring the bell so that YouTube and its algorithm will put this video and others like it in front of the people who are like you that want to write a book that grows their business. So let's get to number 1, coaching or consulting, either one-to-one or group or a hybrid. In fact, it's quite easy to have a group coaching program that has a VIP tier that adds in one-on-one. How does your book fit into this model? Well, your book can lay down the framework so that people who want to DIY it can DIY it, but most are going to say, I need a little help with this. And they will enroll in your group coaching program because your group coaching program will lead them through the framework in your book. And your one-on-one can do the same, but at a higher level. Business model number 2, high ticket retreats or live events. There are people who their entire business is just retreats and live events because they get people in, and the live event can be 1 day, 2 days, 5 days, 7 days. Same with retreats. They could be a weekend, they could be a week. But during those live events and retreats, you walk people through your framework that's in your book, just like the group coaching or one-on-one. It's just condensed. So, for example, to compare the two, a group or one-on-one coaching program might take, say, 3 months or 6 months to go through your book. A retreat or a live event can do that same amount of work in the span of anywhere from 2 to 7 days, maybe 10, depending. And then you add in some little extras that make it special, like maybe it's a really nice locale. I'm planning on doing retreats at some point where me and my clients get together in a really nice, like mansion or something, someplace that's really kind of nice and luxurious, maybe on a lake, so that we can, while we're learning what we need to learn, we can also do some social media filming and shooting by the lake. Doesn't this sound wonderful? Of course it does. I can't wait. Anyway, that's how you do it. And if your business model is focused on the retreats and live events, then you're going to have to do several a year, especially if you're doing more intimate ones. Or you can do a mix of intimate ones and lots of people ones. Business model number 3, that is online courses, evergreen or with live cohorts. Now, I'm going to put a caveat in here. You can still get evergreen courses that have no live component. They are not doing very well. They're doing worse and worse because, number 1, people don't they become course whores, basically, and they buy them and they don't take them, guilty as charged. And people need the accountability of a live component. So, hybrid programs that have the online course component, so you have to keep saying the same thing over and over again, cohort after cohort, that's in the videos, but there's a live component of Q&A, extra live coaching, things like that. That's why when I started creating Destination Authority, which is my all-in-one offer, it's basically everything you need for your author's journey from, gee, I'd like to write a book, to I'm now writing multiple books, and everywhere in between. Everything you need is all in one place. And part of the reason why I did that is because I'm finding that most programs for authors only focus on one thing, leaving the author flailing about in the other things. And Marketing and writing need to be baked in together, and so it only made sense to have a program that had both. And so this way, you get everything I create in one place. You don't have to use everything. It's going to be priced at a way that makes sense for what you're getting in any given moment. But it bakes in, here's the trainings that I've recorded, and I can, walk you through that. But every month we have Q&A sessions, we have additional workshops. There's a lot of interaction with me, either like live on Zoom or in a group community container. But there's also the training that you can do in your own time. So it meets people where they are. So if you're going to do a course program, I highly recommend having a live component because number one, your students will get better results with you there with them, or at least a coach. Once you get larger and scalar, you may have to hire in coaches to help you. But having that live component where people can ask questions and get granular answers helps retaining your students and helps get them the actual results that they bought the program for. So that's just my caveat there. But again, your book is the framework that does it. For example, in Destination Authority, all of my author's journey books, they're baked into the program. And what I teach in those books is baked into the program. So you can do the same. Now, if you need help turning your book into a program, I have a free AI tool that you can do that. There's a link to it below. It's a free GPT. You just register for it. You join my list. And then what you do is you either upload your manuscript into it or give it an outline or whatever you want to do. It'll walk you through the process. And then what it spits out is a detailed outline of what your course could be. And like I said on Monday, this was really cool. When I was testing it, just on a lark, I put in one of my short stories and it created an entire program based on the themes in the short story. So it's a really robust program. It's based on a proven framework of building online courses. So it's very useful. I could probably charge for it, but I'm not. It's free and you can get it at the link below in the show notes. It's going to be in the show notes on YouTube. It's in the notes right here on Facebook, and it'll be on the show notes on my page. So wherever you are watching this video, the link to the GPT is below. Now let's move on to number 4, subscription-based memberships. Now there's lots of ways you can do this. You can do a low ticket one. I'm in several programs. They range from $50 to $77 a month. And in those, I get access to templates and like one, live Q&A calls. One of them, I get workshops. Then I'm also in higher ticket membership programs where I'm paying like almost $1,000 a month, but I do it annually, so it's less than that. And I'm like fire hosed with access to the the mentor and everywhere in between. This is a rule of thumb that one of my mentors teaches, and that is whatever the price point is, they should get at least twice the ROI. So if you're charging them $50, they should be getting at least $100 value out of that, probably 400. So if you're paying 1,000, you should be getting $2,000. And value is often in, they make an income by what you teach, but that's not always. I mean, you may be teaching something that doesn't make anyone money, but they put a value. Like, for example, I know several someones who do relationship memberships. And the value they're not making money out of the money they're putting in, but what they are doing is having a better relationship, which, by the way, statistically makes you more money. So value doesn't have to equal money, but the value they get needs to be at least double what you're charging them. So there you go. That's the philosophy, and it should be around your book's philosophy because otherwise, why would you do it? But that's how you scale your book. And number 5 is one that a lot of people, they either don't think about or they think about for about 5 minutes and then go, "Oh, it's too much work." And that is licensing and certification models. These can be brilliant. If you've created a framework that you can teach other people to teach, licensing and certification is a great way to go. Now, the difference between the two models, licensing and certification, most of the time, certification is a one and done. You train them and they're certified. Maybe they need to take annual classes to re-up their certification, but it's like a one-time large investment to get the certification, and then at most, maybe a few $100s a year to maintain your certification. Licensing is they get your materials and they have to pay like all the time for it. They cannot use it unless they are paying you to use it. That's the difference. So again, if you've got a proven framework that you can provide materials for and teach other people to teach, then this is an excellent framework. Licensing and certification, it's not a very common model, but it can really work if you've got the right framework in your book. So there you go, 5 business models that amplify your book's impact and make it scale. I will be back on Friday talking about 5 business lessons from The Lord of the Rings, the books and the movies. I will see you on Friday. Until then, this is Carma Spence saying ciao for now.